leave your books here, but let's take a break for 10 minutes because we have time. Do you want some snacks?
Yes.
This is the time we can eat a snack. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. This book is your science journal. Yes, they are beautiful. Now, you will take all your notes, Tracy, notes, writing, pictures, drawing. This book is for science. On the front of your book, I want you to write Life Science 101. Science Journal. Curtis, what will you write on the cover? Life Science 101. Science Journal. And write your name on the front of your science journal. Do not take it home. At the end of the class, you will keep it here with me. Okay. Now, Curtis, take your shoes off before you go in the classroom is a school norm. What is another norm in the school?
Science journal.
Wear a mask. Wash your hands. What about fighting? Is fighting a school norm?
No.
No. What is the norm? Be nice. Come to school early. Respect your friends. Respect the teacher. Now, Mr. David has classroom norms. Okay? You don't have to write this, but number 1, persistence. Do your best in your work. Yes. Now, norm number 1, do persistence. Do your best in this class, in my classroom. Yes. Okay. So what will you do in my class? Will you do half of your work?
No.
What will you do? Do, say it together, do your best. Good. Number 2, respect for learning. Okay? Now, making mistakes. Is it okay to make mistakes?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I want you to make mistakes. Okay? Making mistakes is how we learn. So, norm number 2. Norm number 2, respect for learning. Make mistakes. Paula, is it okay to make mistakes?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And number 3, respect one another. Is it okay to laugh at your friend when he's trying to learn how to read?
No.
No. Pam, will you read? We learn by falling down. Now let's say it together. Kevin, Daniel. We learn how to walk by falling down. This is our motto. We will say this every day. I want to talk to you about procedures. What is a procedure? It's the way we do things. Number 3, sharpen your pencil. No, you don't. Just talking about it. You do have one. It's there. If you want to sharpen your pencil, don't tell me you want to sharpen it. Just go sharpen it. Okay? You don't have to say, Mr. David, can I sharpen my pencil? Just do it. Okay? It's there. Do you see the sharpener, Paula? Tracy? Do you see it? Good. It's there. Very important. Kevin? End of class cleanup. Am I your mother?
No.
Am I your dad?
No.
Am I your cleaner?
No.
No, you are the cleaners. You clean up at the end of class.
But you are a maid.
I am not the maid. I am a teacher. I'm not going to clean up after you. When you are finished at the end of the day, where will you put your pencils?
In the basket.
In the basket. Where will you put erasers?
In the basket.
Where will you put garbage?
In the trash
Here.
can.
In the trash can. Thank you. Very good. What is science? physical and natural world. Is the moon the physical and natural world?
Yeah.
Yes. What about stars?
Yes.
Yes. What about water?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Dirt.
Yes.
Air. Is air physical?
Yes.
It is. Now, we are learning in here life science.
Life.
What is life science?
The scientific study of life and organisms on Earth.
Good. I want you to write this in your journal. Okay? Page number 1. The scientific study of life and organisms on Earth. What in the heck is an organism?
Any living thing.
Any living thing. Like this thing.
The
Do you know what it is?
virus.
This is a COVID-19 one virus cell. It is a one cell, and it's an organism. It's alive. It's a life.
Teacher, what about an animal?
What about what?
An animal.
An animal? You mean like this? Or this?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. All of these are organisms. Plants, animals, and what about this animal? People. Okay, we are animals too. So, organisms are any living thing, including coronavirus and people. Next, how do we define a living thing? This I want you to write in your book. Okay? Any living thing. All living things are one, it needs food. It needs food. Like this thing. A rabbit needs grass.
A dog needs bones.
A dog needs meat. And what does Tanya need?
A fish.
Living thing needs food. Now what about plants? Do plants eat?
Plants need water.
Plants need water,
Yes.
sunlight, and carbon dioxide. Yes? What do plants do? Plants make their own food.
Yes.
Plants make their
And
own
we can
food.
feed the plant.
And when we eat the plants, we are eating the nutrients from the plants. The sugars, like glucose, from the plant. Number 2, it grows. All living, if something is living, it will grow. Everything grows differently. Some things grow and then stop growing, like a dog or a person. Okay, they grow and stop. Does a tree ever stop growing? Not really, it slows down. But it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And number 3, it reacts to change. What the heck is that?
What?
It moves. It moves when it has to move. Like this. This little warthog was eating grass in a forest. And then there was a change in its environment. What was the change?
The leopard.
The leopard. Yeah, so what did the little warthog do?
Ran.
It ran, or it reacts to change. There was a change, it reacted. Can a rock react?
No.
If you start to kick a rock like this, will it jump away?
No, but it will. But not. But it's not good.
And number 4, it can reproduce. What is reproduce?
It
Reproduce.
like having babies.
Make babies. Can a bacteria make babies?
Yeah.
It actually splits in 2. And they split in 2 and 2 again. Can plants reproduce?
Yeah.
They make seeds. Plants make seeds. Spores. Yes. Spores. Mushrooms. Mold.
Aloe vera.
So, how do we define living? How do we define living thing? Well, a living thing must do 4 things. It needs food. it grows, it reacts to change, it can move and run or sleep and stop.
But tree cannot.
And number 4,
I mean, tree
yes it can. Okay, so if the sun is over there, where do the leaves move to? To the sun. And when it grows, is it moving? Slowly.
But it's
Okay, did everybody get that? Curtis, are you finished?
no, I'm not finished.
Let's play a little game. In your book, let's only talking. Look at this picture. What are some living and non-living things you see in the picture? Trees, flowers.
Is this an
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
I think it's a rock.
Now kids, what I'm going to do, Tracy, is classify. I'm going to classify in a T-chart, okay, the living and non-living things you see in the picture. So, a living thing. What is a living thing you see in the picture?
Flowers.
Flowers, trees, grass. Now, what is a non-living thing you see? Rocks. Dirt. Well, the ground is dirt. Okay. Let's go to the next picture. What are some living? Let's classify or organize living and non-living things. Rhino. Is that living or non-living? Rhino. Bird. Trees. And the grass. Now, what are some non-living things you see there? Water. Now, the rhino has to breathe. What is it breathing? Air. Is that a living or non-living thing? Okay, so let's put air over here. Next picture. Look at this picture. People. Are you sure? Okay. People. The sand in the beach, is that living or non-living? Okay, so sand and the water. Is that fresh water? Seawater. And what do we call seawater? Salt. Salt water. Salt. Water. We have salt and water. Next picture. Ooh, so beautiful. Trees. Okay, we got trees. Wait, are the living animals non-living? Living. Now, that is a lake. The mountain. Now, would I put the mountain over here with living? Non-living. Okay, so. Yes. Now, I see something white on the mountain. What is this here? Ice. I got mountain. I saw clouds. Are clouds living? But they move. They can reproduce. Right, okay. So non-living. Clouds. The lake is, I'm just going to keep water for lake. Okay, great. Look at this picture. Bacteria. Are the bacteria living or non-living? Yes, each one of these is a living thing. Bacteria. Do you know what another word for bacteria is? Germ. All living. For our project today, I'm going to give each group a book. Your job today is to open the book and make a T-chart on this large piece of paper. Okay? So each group will take a big piece of paper. Here's yes. And a marker. I have markers. Yep. Now, on the piece of paper, okay, so kids, listen to me. We are going to make a T-chart. We will classify You know what? Do you want to use these colored pencils?
Yeah.
Here, take some of these. That's okay, just use your hands. You can use your hands. Okay? You can use that too. You may use that. Now, just use your hands. It's okay. Can you draw a straight line? Now, Ferry and Tracy and Pam, what we're going to do is classify into living and non-living things. What is classify? To put things into groups. Thank you, Tanya. Now, on your paper, I want you to write at the top, T-chart. Tanya? T-chart to classify living and non-living things. And just make a T just like this.
Can we copy it?
No. And I'm going to take the words out of here. Now your job in your group is to work together, collaborate, and I want each group to find 5 living things and 5 non-living things. Yes, I would like you to write that on the top of the paper. Okay? So here's a book for your group. Okay? Find the names of the living and non-living things and write them, classify them into your T-chart. Here's a book for your group. Here's a book for your group. I will give you about 10 minutes to work together. Do you want a marker? You guys can take a marker. On your paper, copy that. Just make a T. At the top, write T-chart. To classify living and non-living things. Okay? And now one of you will look at the book, and one of you will write. But I want you to work together nicely. Here, in your group. Now, remember, Carrie, at the top, you will write T-chart to classify living and non-living things. T-chart. Very good job. Classify or put things into groups. Sometimes living or non-living. Living. This thing, you can find the word